Assalamualaikum and a very good day to Dr. Ali. My name is Adam and my group members are Afzal and Akid. We will be presenting about limited slip differentials in automotive. In basic terms, the limited slip differential is a device that limits the amount of wheel spin when the driven wheels lose grip when power is applied. The limited slip differential does this by redistributing engine power to the wheels with the most grip, either with a mechanical system, with electronics or through a combination of two. Mechanical differentials are expensive to develop and fit, which is why we'll often only find them on more expensive vehicles and hot hatchback versions of compact family cars. However, with the advance of in-car electronics, some manufacturers now offers e-differentials, which does the similar job to an LSD by using wheel speed sensors that tells the car electronics to apply the brakes to a spinning wheel in an effort to control a car's power delivery.
Hi, my name is Aki. I'm going to talk about the function of the machine element. When a vehicle is turning, the left tire will have a different rotation than the right tire. For example, when it's turning right, the left tire will have a much higher rotation than the right tire. So, with a differential, however, it uses two differential gears. With the differential gears, both the axles can have an independent number of rotation. You can see here, when the vehicle is moving straight, both the axles is moving at the same rotation. But when it's turning, the right axle will have a much higher number of rotations. This here is an open differential. It is when the engine power follows the path of least resistance. This means that the power will go to the one with the less traction and may cause slippage in a slippery environment. As you can see here, will make the wheel speed and x-axis speed while the good traction will remain almost dead. To avoid this problem, LSD is used, and one of the most commonly used LSD is a clutch pack based LSD. This is how the LSD mechanism works. Space between the side gears is fitted with a preload spring. The preload spring will always give a thrust force and will always press the clutch pack together. In a slippery situation, the wheel with more traction will have a higher torque. The thrust force is developed due to the gear separation action, which will be high at the side. Thus, clutch pack at high traction wheel side will be pressed firmly to lock the clutch pad. So, power from the differential casing will flow directly to high traction axle via clutch pack assembly. On the other hand, clutch pack on the low traction side is not engaged yet, so power flow will be limited to that side. So the vehicle will be able to overcome the traction difference problem. However, while taking a turn, the LCD can act like a normal differential. In this case, thrust force developed due to bevel gear separation action won't be that high. So the plate in clutch pack will easily overcome frictional resistance and will be able to slip against each other. Thus, left and right axle can have different speed just like an open differential. Lubrication related problem. So on this example here, this is a video of an LSD which hasn't been serviced for 125,000 kilometers. And as you can see, the oil is very dark. It means that the lubrication oil has been degraded and cannot provide enough optimum lubrication on the gears inside. Not servicing the LSD may cause the LSD to fail at some point because of the gear failure or jamming inside the gears. Not only that, here we can see there's a magnet. This magnet is to filter the metal shavings inside the lubrication oil of the LSD. And since the LSD hasn't been serviced for 135,000 kilometers, we can see all the metal shavings built up inside.
These are the general procedure as the LSD for each model can be different. First, check out the car to give enough space to work under the vehicle. This will help widen the gap between the fuel tank and differential. Use two sides of ratchet, first to loosen the bolt for the fill plug hole. Next, to loosen or remove the bolt cover or drainage hole. In this case, one bolt on top is left to hold the cover while draining the LSD fluid. Place it in a board or anywhere which can be mapped out to keep track the amount and location for each bolt. Place a bucket or a bowl under the differential to fill up the used differential fluid as it drains for quite some time. Remove differential cover and wipe it clean using rag. Using putty knife, slowly pick the gasket cover off the differential cover. Do be reminded to avoid any deep cut to the diff cover. Use any thin, sharp and strong blade such as razor to scrap the remaining gasket material attached to the differential cover and use sanding pad or very fine sandpaper to smoothen the surface. Clean LSD cover and gears inside with alcohol by spraying onto it. Then place new gasket cover on the differential cover. Apply grease or thread locker to the bolt, which then tighten the bolt with a ratchet. Then refill the differential loop according to the manufacturer recommendation. This process can be eased by attaching diff fluid to a siphon for the filling process. Once a certain amount of loop is filled, close the fill hole, then the maintenance process is complete.
As a conclusion, limited slip differentials gives a lot of benefits to drivers. One of them are LSD allow drivers to put down as much power as possible without breaking traction. This means that the car can corner faster without the unnerving feeling of tires losing grip. It also means less wear on tires due to loss of traction. In a rear-wheel drive car, an LSD can prevent oversteer by mitigating a loss of grip during hard cornering. And for four-wheel drive cars, LSDs are great for mitigating torque steer while cornering. With so much weight above the wheels in a four-wheel drive car, they can have a tendency to get squirrely under acceleration. And LSD reduces this, preventing the driver from feeling the fun but unsettling shake of the steering wheel. So these are our reference. Thank you for watching and Assalamualaikum.